looking at opening up the chest, really retracting and working the scapula to keep our bodies in a good position while we're retraining the core and neck to be in this nice stable position. So you're gonna come against the wall, allowing your feet to come away about a foot or so. The knees can be soft and relaxed. We're gonna tuck the pelvis underneath to draw the rib cage down. You don't necessarily wanna crunch down so far that your low back is squished into the wall. You can keep that nice soft curve underneath. We're gonna tuck softly here. Pull the shoulders down and back so that you're as upright as possible. Line the chin up. You don't necessarily have to tuck it back to the wall, but you want the head to be pretty close to the wall. We're gonna bring the hands together, actively squeeze the elbows toward one another, but keeping the shoulders back, so don't turn it into a rounding. So you're gonna squeeze, drive the hands up toward the ceiling until you reach a point where the elbows can't quite stay together anymore, or the point where your rib cage starts to lift off of your body. So we're coming here, squeezing the elbows together, driving up, opening once you hit that point, laying your elbows and pinkies against the wall, maintaining all this nice neutral rib and neck, and then come back together. We're gonna press it up, open, draw down, and together. Actively squeeze, shoulders are down and away from the ears. Press it up, abs are tight, ribs are down, elbows and pinkies to the wall, and slide it down. Rib cage drawn down, shoulders resting against the wall, our head is nice and neutral, hands are coming together, shoulders, elbows are pushing together, shoulders are staying down and back. Press it up, open, squeeze back, and glide down. Come together, push it up, rib cage down, open, and pull. Wall clocks. So you're gonna situate the knee closest to the wall, up against the wall, so hip, knee are touching, foot doesn't quite have to be there. Shoulders gonna stay relatively against the wall too. We're taking the palm facing out. You're gonna glide up. Once you get to this top position, we're gonna rotate down, and then we're bringing the hand down and back. And then undoing just the way we got there. It gives you a nice little extra activation piece to bring support hand over and kind of lock it on the inside of the knee, but make sure that you're keeping this shoulder down and away. So we're rotating up and gliding around for this nice thoracic rotation. And of course, breathe and do both sides. And of course, if you don't have a free wall, middle of the room is perfect. We're in the same position. Hips are tucked underneath. Hip, knee to foot are all in a nice line. You're reaching across with the opposite hand. And we're gonna take this hand up. And we're just trying to stay in plane and get a nice big rotation. And remember to breathe. So now to strengthen that position that you just opened up. So we're gonna come into that same sort of relaxed feet away from the wall position. Hips are tucked underneath so the rib cage is pulled down, and we're staying open here but active so that we don't get any of this big flare. We're gonna take your resistance band so that palms are up, thumbs are pointing out. Elbows are gonna come into your sides, shoulders are staying down and away from the ears, and we're pressing out and relaxing in. So you're squeezing back, trying to reach your thumbs toward the wall first. Hold for about 2 seconds at end range. And that's external rotation. Continuing in this same position, so the rib cage is pulled down, abs are tight, shoulders are down and away from the ears, and now we're leading with the pinkies. So we're taking our pinkies, starting the motion with our scapula and shoulders, pulling them back against the wall, and leading the motion starting from the spine out to the shoulders and triceps, squeezing back to the wall and returning to neutral. Head, neck, and chin are all staying in a nice neutral position. Make sure that you're not looking up or down or any strange way that your paraspinals won't be participating in this motion as well. And that's shoulder abduction. Moving down to the lower traps now. So as you're doing this wall walk, we're thinking about engaging the muscles down at kind of the bottom tip of your shoulder blade, so that kind of point that you can reach back and touch and it pokes out a little bit. So we're working to keep the band resistive on the outside and keeping shoulders to elbows to wrists all in a nice strong line. So you're gonna start with forearms against the wall, and then we're just walking straight up. Again, thinking about engaging and stabilizing with those muscles that attach right to the bottom tip of the shoulder blade as to work the lower trap. So don't let the elbows sneak out, and try not to let your body come in too much, and don't step away from the wall. In nice and tight, resistance is outward.